today we're going to work on supports for the loft floor. We talked about that in a previous video a couple of weeks ago, and we were doing a barnwood wall at that time that also supported the floor, but we need 2 more supports to go in. So we're going to do that right now. So we use these regular car jack to basically jack up the floor. And then we salvage the supports from on either side of the fireplace. And there are these big, thick, chunky pieces of wood right here. So we're going to use these and we're going to put them in 2 different places, almost in the middle of the cabin. I think you can see right here, we're right by the door that leads into the 80s addition. And so we're going to put 1 here on this support way up here. And we're going to put 1 right by the front door. So we talked about before how they might be in the middle of the room, but we kind of don't care, because we want to support the floor upstairs, and I think that it'll be nice to break up the open space. So I'm standing on this jack just to show you the top of the beams here. So we identified the problem beam as this beam in the past, and that makes sense because it's over top of the 2 doors, so the front door and the back door. We're not going to put any supports underneath this one because it would impede us walking in and out the front or the back door. So what we decided to do is put 2 beams on the barnwood wall over here on one side of the beam that's the issue. And then today we're going to use the jack and put 2 beams on this beam on the other side of the problem beam. So that should give us enough support. We tested this earlier by putting everything on the jack and really just jacking it up. That seemed to work really well. So now we're going to put in the final supports. So we basically just eyeball it where we want it. And we're going to cut this beam down. We're going to make sure that's a little bit bigger than the actual opening, because when we jack it up, we're going to be able to slip it in. I've never done this by myself. Usually my cameraman helps me, but I'm going to try. I'm going to jack up the floor now. And there, just snug, not too tight. You're not trying to raise the roof. You're just trying to make it snug so it doesn't move, so you have the proper support. Then we're going to take this piece, line it up. Remember what we talked about? We don't want it to be too short. So we're not going to measure the distance from here to here. We're going to eyeball this and custom cut it a little bit at a time. We have measured before and that has not worked because just the variability of this piece right here, it's not all the same length. It's an old piece of wood. So we need to make sure that exactly for the space we want it, it fits perfectly. We also have a custom floor so that each of the floor pieces are variable. And so that makes it a little bit more difficult than just a regular flat, even floor or flat, even ceiling. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to start to cut it, probably like right here. And that might give us enough to get it underneath.
Okay. We've only got 2 of these, so we got to get this right. I think by eyeballing it, looks like it's going to come in about right here, but it's always a little bit more than we think. So I'm going to start at the halfway point here and just shave it down by a saw blade or 2, try it out, shave it down, try it out, maybe do that even 6 to 8 times. All right, we still got a little, we still got a little left. I think we could probably jack this up and give it a try. Nah, we gotta take a little bit more off. 1 more. Yeah, that should work. This little curve. Let's take a look at it and just see what we think. That's good too. Sweet. All right, go for it. All right. It's funny with this, this is like creates like an optical effect where it looks twisted or may actually be a little bit twisted, but I'm gonna test the door. Let's make sure we still have it in the right spot, which we do. All right, we realized that this is placed right in the middle of the beam here. On all of the other posts, it's flush with this part, so we're just gonna jack this back up and tap it over. Ha! Look at that eyeball. Not quite. Nice. All right, let's lower it down. So that's flush there. I'd say that's a cleaner, neater look. I think that's better. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad there's a little bit of room. It's not super tight. All right, so with the first two supports, it's drastically better than it was. When we did our test supports, it was perfect. So let's see. Oh my God, that's great. It's completely normal. Yeah, let's try over here. Yeah. But watch on this side. Oh, okay. So.
Watch, I'm making noises.
But you can feel it over here. Cool. Good. Let's do the other one. Did we decide where we're going to put this one? All right, so we were fitting this, and we were trying to figure out, is it more stable upstairs if we put it here, or if we put it here, does it block? We're just trying to figure out the placement. And it occurred to us that it really wasn't that helpful with it here, so maybe we should try it at this beam or this other beam over here. And lo and behold, doing this beam helped a ton upstairs. It didn't shake it hardly at all, walking on it really hard. And so we moved over our quote unquote only other beam. Just one problem. It's too short. And thankfully, we had taken this piece over here and saved it for our mantle. And it is just barely tall enough. But I think it's a perfect fit. I don't even think we have to cut it. We're just gonna try to jack it up and hammer it and get it level and see what we can do. All right, we're gonna line this up with the outer edge of this beam here, which is right on the edge of the plank. And let's go ahead and crank it up a little bit. A little bit more. All right. Got it. Got it there. Got it there. The cool part about this placement is that it gives us like a place to put our firewood right here. So it's not sticking out into the room, and it actually might serve a little bit of a purpose, or at least not stick out. So the beauty of it is that A, we can do whatever we want, and B, we can take it down if we don't like it. So let's give it a try. All right, that's good. It's good. Solid. They're all solid. All right, we're in business. Let's go upstairs and take a look. That's the nicest. That's really good. It's really, really stable. Before we put any of these in, it was just bouncing up and down. It was really, really noticeable. It just made you feel like you didn't even want to walk on it. And this is completely stable. This is great. It's not even shaking. Like there's no shake at all. Not even hearing the furniture wobble. That's awesome. Hey everybody, as always, thank you for watching. If you love puppies, give us a like. If you don't love puppies, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the projects from this weekend, list them down below. We'll get back to you.
Thanks for watching.